Senator Brandigan, Representative Perry, members of the committee. My name is Todd Gabe. I'm Associate Professor of Economics at the University of Maine. I'm here with my colleague, Professor Mario Teisel, Professor of Economics at the University of Maine and the Director of the School of Policy and International Affairs. We were asked by Representative Boland to bring forward some objective information about the potential impacts of LD 1706 on Maine retailers. We're happy to do that as part of our public service to the state of Maine. However, we do not take a position on the issue, nor does our employer, of course, the University of Maine, take a position on this issue either. We put together this short report, which is based on public academic studies, both from the marketing literature and the economics literature. We focused really on kind of two questions. One is, how do people respond to warnings? So there are studies that marketing professors have done looking at how people respond to all sorts of warnings on other types of products. We were also curious as to how people respond to a price change in cell phones. An economist did a study that looked at the price elasticity of demand. In other words, how responsive people are to a price change. That was a study that was done looking at cell phones. I'm just going to read our executive summary, and we're here to take questions. If you have questions that come up later, you can contact us by email or by phone. The executive summary of our report is, the purpose of this report is to provide research-based information from published academic studies on the potential effects of a proposed cell phone warning label program on Maine retailers. Our qualitative analysis centers around the questions of, number one, will Maine consumers, quote, give up their cell phones due to the warning labels? And number two, will higher prices as a potential result of the warning label program reduce sales in Maine? With respect to the first question, we feel that it is unlikely that substantial numbers of Maine residents would give up their cell phones because of the warning labels. Past studies show that people will engage in safe behavior suggested by a product warning, but compliance tends to be higher if the costs of doing so are low. The estimated costs of, quote, giving up a cell phone are about 18 times higher than the cost of using a hands-free device, which suggests that the latter is the more likely response to the warning labels. With respect to the second question, we feel that higher retail prices, if they indeed occur, are unlikely to lead to a substantial reduction in the number of cell phones sold in Maine. The price elasticity of demand for cell phones is quite low, which means that people are not likely to respond very much to a price change. This report considers only one of the issues related to LD 1706, namely how it might impact Maine retailers. Thus, additional information is needed to determine one way or another whether the benefits of LD 1706 outweigh the costs. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions?
You are truly of the category.
That's right.
Take that as a compliment.